Hello, sweethearts. This is Yemaya Renuka from the Embrace. Today I wanted to give you a short reading for this end of March, beginning of April, and wanted to introduce you to a concept which I'm playing with right now within myself and within my students in the 7-month program. That is the very last element on the 7 month, which is the letting go of the phoenix rising pattern. And that's a big one. Some of you might know that one well. You know, when there's been childhood adversity, when there is a change of healing and alchemy, you know, something that you are familiar with, when you are a survivor, when you're a guide and a mentor, sometimes you transform things ahead of the tribe, ahead of the community, which give you a chance to be a trailblazer. And then you see that, you know, like around you, suddenly in your communities, there is events that are happening that are challenging them, but you are able to guide them because you have been there before. So actually these are two elements, right? There is the initiator, the trailblazer, and then there is that phoenix rising cycle that some of us have experienced in our lifetimes, many times. So how do we stop this? How do we let go of that cycle of losing everything, of burning, and then, you know, having the privilege to rise up, you know, and come back out and come back with power, maybe even prettier feathers. It's lovely, but there is something in the life mastery program that I'm offering at this point and experiencing in my life, where there's like, okay, perhaps we don't need the crashes anymore. You know what I mean? Perhaps we can evolve with softness and gentleness, and we don't have to be tested to complete over and over that cycle of crash and burn, phoenix rising. Yes, I can reinvent myself from scratch. So I wanted to pick a few cards on that today and introduce this concept as we're celebrating the spring, which is the time of renewal. It just felt right to share that one with you. So from the Kuan Yin Oracle, today we have the sound of the fierce flute. And then from the animal deck, which is an old one that I've had for a long time, it's not the newest version, but it still works. The ant. So what I'm reading with those two at the moment, the sound of the fierce flute represents the power of discernment and the wake-up call. The ant is all about patience and doing the work diligently. So I'm wondering if the message for us today at this beginning of April, turn of the spring, is to not looking for shortcuts, really discerning the opportunities in front of us, and without trying to rush to get results, staying with the sense of doing the work of the tribe, you know, the ant, and patiently trusting that the results will come, the fruit of the labor will come. And perhaps it will come quickly, and perhaps sometimes it will come slowly. But there's a sense of not taking shortcuts. Let me pick another couple of cards on that. Yes. Then we got the blossoms of the sky dancer. Ooh, and coyote. So blossom of the sky dancer, you know, it's the blessing from the heaven. It's Kuan Yin doing her dance of evolution, and the petals coming down onto us, you know, humans, the little children, humans, and receiving her blessings. Coyote is the trickster, as we know, and sometimes you know, the message can be pay attention to what you're calling for. Pay attention to what you're asking for, because you might very well receive it. I'm going to take 2 more cards and see if we can have a wrap up on that message. Turquoise Lotus Mother. And Weasel. So again, I feel like, with Coyote and Weasel, they're the animals that, like the Weasel, they say that like she's so smart, she'll go and pick something up in the pocket of the Creator, of God, Goddess, Source. Turquoise Lotus Mother is about forgiveness. So perhaps to wrap up on this, there's a sense of forgiving oneself when we have taken the shortcuts, when we didn't have the clarity of discernment to go toward a goal like the shiny objects, that was diverting us from our path. So forgiving ourselves for that and having the patience to do the work diligently, knowing that we will receive what we deserve, we will receive what we've been calling for, and what is in alignment with our true nature. So just to come back to that Phoenix Rising idea, I believe that for some of us it's really time to let go of that archetype. It's a very beautiful hero journey, heroine journey, goddess archetype. And I think it's time for us to call in constant grounding and step-by-step manifestation. I think our whole planet needs miracles, and this miracle needs to be grounded in truth and happiness, and joy, diligence, compassion, and forgiveness. So whatever that inspires you, I hope that you'll make the best of it, and I'm wishing you a beautiful week. Much love.